to Mack Training Academy. Today we're going to go over striking with power, depending on the line or the vector that you're facing with your feet. But before we do that, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, make sure to give us a like and leave any comments that you may have. So, discussing power within the lines of our feet. To kind of give some context here, depending on where you shift your body weight is where you're going to produce force. So for certain strikes, specifically like a straight punch or a hook punch, you're going to go where your feet are lined up with. So for example, if my feet are square and I try to throw straight punches in this direction, I'm not going to have the most effect and power I'm going to have in my hands if they're not in line. So what I mean is when I line my feet up in line, my straight punches are going to have a greater effect going forward. Now my hook punches tend to lose some power. So when I line my feet up the other direction, in line here, my force with hook punches becomes greater because I'm shifting weight from side to side and producing force. Whereas if I were here and trying to shift weight, I would have to step and I would be off balance. So for adding additional force to punches, you can adjust your footwork depending on the stance that you stand in to add that additional force. So what that looks like, you could be in a square stance like I typically like to be in. I can adjust my rear foot or my front foot. Now, my force, or what would be called a vector, is going in a direction of where I'm trying to punch. So straight punches down the line, again, they lose power here. And then if I have hook punches, shifting my weight. Now the force is following my body. Whereas if I try to do straight punches from here, I'm going to lose power because there's no support and there's not as much weight coming forward. So, if you want to look at this a little more in depth, hit the subscribe button, the like, and leave me some comments because I'm going to do some additional videos specifically with this, but I wanted to do an introduction so people can see. This was a concept that I learned about 4 years ago, and it's really changed how I look at throwing strikes, specifically punches, but I'm trying to add it to all my striking techniques. So, thanks.